Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Mang Liaoming, homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Dubdan Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice tonight, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, the savior of the netherworld. Sumo Tanchen Katso Dudan Siddhi. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, and directors of the temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening.
I stand. Hola amigo. Te quiero mucho. Sugoin. Ichiban. Kimochi. Jimmy. Yabi. Bring bring. Konbanwa.
Just now, the abbot, Reverend Ying, talked about this head temple. It really is this way. The geometry here is truly excellent. Because as soon as I'm seated on the Dharma throne, I fall asleep again. Performing the Dharma practice, and eventually, in entering Samadhi, it became sleep, Z. When I go to other places, like going back to Taiwan for over 2 months, to each of the temples, like Taiwan Lichang Temple, the Taipei Arena, the Yellow Emperor Temple in Taoyuan, and the Fahua chapter in Jiayi, and the Dayi Lechang Temple in Kaohsiung. So many Dharma ceremonies, one after another, and I never fell asleep. But this mother temple is really home. It's home. When you come home, the first Dharma gathering, I have fallen asleep. Especially when she said, enter Samadhi, that sounds like a lullaby. So let me sing a lullaby.
就是到天亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。到天亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。这也是很正常的。
So this is very normal.
那个住持莲英法师讲，
Just now, the abbot Reverend Lien Ying said, coming home for eating and sleeping.
这个地理很好。
This is very good geomancy.
睡着。
As soon as I get on the Dhamma throne, I fall asleep.
本来是想坚持啦，
I was trying to resist it, not to fall asleep.
我不知道头有没有低下来，
I don't even know if my head
我只是感觉到这个手
nodded
本
down.
来是放在膝盖上，
I just felt my hand was on my knee,
滑了一下，
and all of a sudden it slipped, and I woke up.
这里风水真的是很好。当初
So the geomancy and feng shui was
上这里，
truly excellent here.
看哇，
When we came here to check the geomancy,
越
and as I took a look, wow,
越水止来了，
this is the place where it would gather the water. And in front there's a reflection
前面有一个萨弥尼西。
with the Lake
当初
Sammamish.
的时候站在这个庙的门口，
At that
就有看
time,
到萨弥尼西
when you stand at the front door of this temple, you can see Lake Sammamish.
靠
And there is a back
有
at
方
the back. So,
有照
and
中
on the sides there's
前面又有山， 又有水，
there's like a support.
刚好是
And then inside the reflection, there's also a
接触
burn.
水的地方，气就结在这里。
So, and then with the coming dragon from the back,
靠什么？
and the water gather right here. And in front, there's the
全部在后
water.
面
And behind us, our back support is Microsoft. It's right behind
他
us.
是世界第一首富。
And they are, he's the richest man in the
森
world.
林啊，我说这
When
里
we
的
came
地啊
here, we passed by woods, forest, and I
天
said,
下最有钱的人，
this piece of land will produce the richest man on earth, and
我说
it
你们
would
买
be
地呀。
bought by that person.
那时候
It would be
这几
owned
个
by
人，
that
大
person.
家看一看都是
I
森
told
林
them,
没有人敢买。
buy it, and a car full of people to just look at that forest, and nobody bought it. But if you did, you would have gained lots of money. You would have been very rich, right, Master Lian Si Lian Zhu?
我说
I said it when we were in the car. That land belongs to the richest man on
你
earth,
看我们有放
and that's now belong to Microsoft.
龙边
And
呢
we have a
那
side
里有龙
support.
神，虎边呢
So on the dragon side with the dragon god,
啊
and the tiger side is a little bit taller,
闪明一
so supporting, surrounding this temple.
道中有
And Lake
前面
Sammamish
就是
in front of us, of course, that's
一个
reflecting.
山嘛，一个平台，
And then there's a mountain or hills, and that's the like the hill inside the
很好的地方。
reflection.
所以这里的印花出钱，
Excellent geomancy.
所有的
So from this place, it spawned all the Lijiang temples all over the world.
你看嘛，我们佛罗里达州就有雷藏寺啊，
There is Lechang Temple in Florida State, in Philadelphia, Chicago, New York, Diamond Temple, and Iru Temple in LA, in Vancouver, the Lotus Light Temple, and PTT, the Buddhi Lechang Temple, in Toronto.
这个静印雷藏寺啊，
Jingyin Lechang Temple, which is
哇，那
huge,
菩萨很庄严。
and the Buddha is truly
还
magnificent,
有没有讲的？
and many
好多
more
的雷藏寺，
that haven't
在这
covered
个北美的地方，
in North
当
America,
然南美洲也有，
and of course in South America
北美
too,
都有，
and North America,
因为还有全世界的，
and all over the
全世
world.
界东南亚的更多了，那数不清。
Many more in Southeast Asia,
我们雷藏寺很多，
uncountable.
全世界上最小的雷藏寺，
And the smallest Lechang temple in the world
西亚的雷藏寺
is the Seattle Lechang Temple.
真的是很小。
It's
祖
small,
庙啊，祖庙发基的地
and
方，
this is the mother temple.
地理
The origin is very small, but the geometry is as such.
啊，台湾雷藏寺很大，台湾也好几个雷藏寺。
Taiwan Lechang Temple is huge, and there are several Lechang temples in Taiwan, and I don't remember some of the names,
在那个像那个印度尼西亚，
like the one in Indonesia and Malaysia.
来这雷藏寺多得不得了，
So many of
都有
them,
雷藏寺。
wherever you go.
那个分堂呢，
And the chapters,
更多了，
many more.
现在连分堂那个名
It's
字我都
countless.
记不起来。
I don't even remember
还有
the
同修会
names.
呢，
And then the
不要
cultivation
讲说
of
分
spiritual
堂的
centers,
名字记不起来，雷藏寺的名字我也记不起来。
not to mention those. I don't even remember the names of the Lijiang temples. Not
我这里真的是发源地。
many of them. So
听
this
过这
truly
个
is the
法师啊，
the headquarter, the origin.
他才上任几个月吧，哈，才上
And
任，
the Reverend Lin,
他已经在改革。
and he's only in the position for a few months,
新的
2
气
months,
象很多事
and he's already
他做出来，
changing everything,
当然这
reorganizing
个地产
everything.
也会换的，哈，整个地产都会换。
And the carpet will change, the construction, everything
原
will
全部
change.
都是把它做成新的，连那个布
So
告
it would be
也变成
rejuvenated,
现象。
that the bulletin board has now become a
晚上
monitor,
的时候灯光很
very
亮，
bright at
不要照
night.
明，也不怕跌倒。
So you don't need any lights, and
也非常好。
you don't need to be afraid of falling down.
本来出家人是这样子，
For the monastics, ordained Sangha, they don't have
出
homes.
家人你出家
Once you leave home,
没有家了，没有
then you have no more
你到
secular
哪
homes.
里就是家，
You are
哪里
home
就是家。
wherever you
真
are.
正的家在哪里？
And where is your true home?
在天上，
In the heavens.
马哈双莲池。
Maha Twin Lotus Ponds is your true home.
而出家人啊，以什么为家呢？ 在
So,
娑婆世界，
what is
以自己的
home
身体为家。
for the ordained monastics? Your body is your home.
出家了，也就是处处都是家。你走
Once
到哪里，
you
哪里
leave
就是
home,
你的家。
that everywhere is your home. Wherever you
走
are,
到哪
that's
里，
home.
那里就是你的家。所以是一波
So
千家坏，一波千家坏，
with one bowl,
孤身万里游，
you
波千家坏，
eat
孤身万里
thousands of you eat meals from thousands of households, and alone you travel miles.
走到哪里，
So this is very
每个人的家
meaningful.
就是在哪里。
Wherever you are, that's home for you. That's home.
先讲个笑话吧。
Let me first share a joke.
这老婆跟老公讲， 老公，
The wife told the
要
husband,
是有人跟我爬上，
dear,
叫我
if
美女，
there's a man that's trying to flirt with me on the street and calling me a beauty, what should I do?
赶紧
And
扶
the
他
husband
过
said
马路，因为他的眼睛瞎了。
that you should guide him go across the street because he must be blind.
这个两个人讲话，
Two people
兄弟，
are
我
talking to
最
each
近有一
other.
点纠结，
Brother,
要先买
I'm in a
车
dilemma
还
recently.
是先买房？
Should I buy
到底要先买
a
车
car
还是
first
先
or buy a house?
车子买了，
Once we
将来
buy
会坏，而且
a car, the car
车
will
子呢，那个价钱
deteriorate and depreciate
价
in
钱就会
price,
掉了。
and it will break.
那房子呢，
And
是
buying a
暂时
house, it's just a temporary
的
shelter
港湾，
from the wind and rain.
到底先买什么呢？
What should I buy first?
车子你买了，用一用变成老车，
If you buy a car,
房子以后
it depreciates,
让你
and a house is also temporary,
休息的地方。
just a place for rest and shelter from the wind and rain.
一个仁兄讲话，
So
告诉你，
the brother said, man, let me tell you, why don't you buy
的塔位，
a spot in the columbarium of the Rainbow Temple? Only that is
人的
forever.
永远是什么呢？
You know what is forever about human beings? You have to buy your spot in the columbarium,
那个塔位
the
你
Twin
买了
Lotus
那才是永
Columbarium.
远的，
That
这是你
is
将来永
forever.
远住的地方啊。
That's your permanent resident
刚刚谈到家，
residence.
那个才是真正的家。
Talking about home, that would be a real home.
塔位才是最终的归宿。
That the columbarium is your final destination. So that's what you should buy
这才
first.
是重要。有没有道理？
Does it make sense?
这个叫做茅塞顿开。茅塞顿开啊！
All of a
人
sudden,
生最重要的
you realize what is most important in life. you buy your columbarium spot first.
将来哦，你露宿街头啊，
If you don't, then you would be homeless.
等一下都被卖光了。
You would be wandering
彩虹雷上师
on
的
the
这个断
streets.
头境界的塔位被卖光了。
If the
你那时候
columbarium
租照
spot
下，人家
is
就去
sold
卖，
out, even if you want to pay more, there's no more spot.
也不可以讲买，买
Oh,
就
we cannot say buy.
是赞助，
You are making donation
赞助塔位，
for
但是
the
也是塔位
columbarium spot,
你是卡了，你就卡了那个位啊。
but at least you reserve your spot.
这里有一个道理啊，我们每一个人的道理，在这个笑话里面，
This is
如
a
果你一直看
philosophy
别
in
人的
this
缺
world.
点，
If you always look at the weakness
你
of
自
other
己是一
people,
个垃圾桶，
then you're a garbage can.
拿人家的垃圾桶来填在你的身体里面，拿人
You
家的垃圾来填
get
在，
other people's garbage and place it on yourself.
你
If you
就是
keep
一个垃圾桶。
observing other people's
如果你常常
weakness,
看到别人的优点，
but if you often see other people's strength,
聚宝瓶啊，
then you're a treasure collecting
你只要把别人的
vase.
优点都放在自己身上，
You collect other people's strength on you, then you
经常去看
become
人家的缺
a
点，
treasure collecting vase.
那你
But
将
if
来
you
还是一个垃圾
always notice
那
other
就不是
people's
那就是
weaknesses,
好的垃圾。
then you're a garbage can.
你看人家的优点，
But
把
if you
人家的优
notice
点
other people's good sides, positive sides, and you learn from them, then you're a treasure
这是一
collecting
个非常
vase.
珍惜的。
This is very real.
好，我们进入这个
Now we will do
你问我答。
question and
马来
answer.
西亚莲花
Question from Malaysia, Lianhua Guangming.
至高无上的师尊，你好，我马后。我安
The highest
关于
unexcelled
师尊
Grandmaster
两个问题。
Omahom, peace be with you. Your disciple Lianhua Guangming would like to ask two questions.
就金
One,
刚心菩萨法，
in the practice of the Vajraheart Bodhisattva, we visualize the mundus,
也就是观想大海上
which
万
starts
里无
with the
云
visualization of the vast ocean and clear
夜
blue
轮在
sky.
海上升起虚空，
The mundus is arising toward the sky from the ocean, and at the center there is a white syllable home, radiating bright white light.
后明日
And the home syllable on the mundus revolves and transforms into Vajraheart
金刚
Bodhisattva.
心菩萨的形象，
Then visualize the appearance of the Vajraheart Bodhisattva.
周围有百日明
Next,
昼
visualize the 100-syllable mantra revolves around his heart,
大
and
光
this mantra wheel also radiates bright white light.
白色的大
Then
光
visualize this bright
飞
white
向
light
空中，
shoots to the sky, then
从
arches
行者的顶门
toward the practitioner and enters into our body from the apex and fills our whole
这
body.
个好像刚刚我们在念这个金刚心百日明咒的时候啊，
Just like when we were chanting the 100-syllable mantra of Vajraheart Bodhisattva,
出来
on the monitor, Vajrasattva appeared
在旋转。好，
and the mantra wheel revolving.
请问叶轮的背景应该
My question is, the background of the mundus, is it daytime or
就是
nighttime?
叶轮升起的天空是蓝色的，
So the sky behind the moon that's arising is blue or black. The moon disk is arising from the ocean. Is it daytime or nighttime? That's his question. And second question, the bright white light that shoots to the sky and arches to enter through the apex and fills the whole body. I typically visualize that the black energy from the whole body leaves my body, starting from the feet and gradually up to the head until it becomes transparent. Then the white light starts to fill the whole body, also starting from the feet, gradually to the head. Is the order important? Is it from the feet to the head or from the head to the feet? Or is it not important which order it is? 2 questions. The first question, the sky behind the moon disk is daytime or nighttime? If it's daytime, he said the sky is blue, and nighttime, then it would be black. That's his question. What do you think? From black to white? Let me tell you all. In Tantric Buddhism, the appearance of moon disk, you think that's the moon? No, it is not the moon. A moon disk is not the moon. It's just a wheel that represents the moon. Round, full moon. If you say moon disk is in a crescent, I think there's a song about that. The moon is crescent, shining upon the 9 states. So the moon is not always round. This is just an analogy. It's just like a perfect wheel that is like a full moon that's arising from the surface of the ocean to the sky. It's not daytime or nighttime. It's just very bright and radiant. So if you say nighttime, can you see the ocean? No, the ocean is black. Everything is dark and black. This is play of sound of Chinese, Obama. sounds like all dark. So that's just a symbolism. So the ocean and the moon is rising. Otherwise, if the moon is crescent, then you ask, do you visualize the moon to be full or the new moon? No, it's just the bright light like the full moon hanging in the sky. There is no daytime or no nighttime. So the background is neither blue nor black. It's just a bright wheel, disc. That's the answer to the first question. Second question. Typically, generally, when Vajrasattva's moon disc transforms into light and enter into your apex, the tip of your head, the light enters through the apex until it fills the whole body. If you want to visualize, the black energy should be pushed down from the top, and then the black energy is being expelled from the sole of your feet, not the other way around, not from the feet to the head, not like that. You can even visualize when Vajrasattva's moon disc light enters into your body, the black chi from your body is being expelled through your skin pores, and your whole body became radiant and luminous. Or from the tip of your fingers, or from the tip of your toes. Either way is fine. Or from your skin pores all over your body. And to let the clear light radiance enter your body. That would be good enough. You're filled with the clear light radiance. Not from the feet to the head, but it's from the head to the feet. That's the answer to the second question. The teacher asked Xiaoming, Xiaoming, the puppy that's born by a wolf and a dog is called the wolf dog. And how about the pup born by a tiger and a lion? It's called, it is only Chinese. Yeah, because tiger is Lao Hu. It's just lions. And the teacher asked Xiaoming again, do you know why our cars and people always drive or walk to the right? America and Taiwan. And Xiaoming said, yeah, this is also play of words of Chinese. Buddha protects, that sounds like going right. There are 4 things I'm scared of in Taiwan. The first one, I'm afraid of the air there. Too much PM 2.5. When we drive on the highway, Master Lian Qi was driving, and the phone said it's green. The air quality is green. It's good, right? But outside the window, I could see all the fog. And they said it's green. So they lied. They cheated us. How could they say it's green? The air in Taiwan is no good. The lung cancer has increased by 20%. So the air kills people. Taiwan has to change the air there. It's slightly better in the north, but the central and the south is horrible. So I'm scared of the air, the first one. The second one, I'm scared of the water in Taiwan. You cannot drink it right directly. So I have to buy bottled water there. And we bought Fiji water. So the second thing I'm scared of is water. The third one is traffic. They don't go by the rules. And even on the highways, they also speed. They cut. It's like they're cutting each other and snaking around the cars on the highway, and accidents every day. Always accidents in the news, and don't know how many people have died from it. And the fourth thing I'm afraid of is the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes. You know, I put the aircon so cold so that the mosquitoes would freeze and died. My house in Taiwan was like the market. You know why? Because Simu's relatives, it's a big family, maybe 100 people. Older sister, older brother, younger sisters, their children and grandchildren. First, second, third generation all came to my house continually, non-stop. They almost used up everything at home. It's okay. It's okay, people come and go. But the problem is, whenever they open the door, the mosquitoes follow them in. They all come to the house. So the mosquitoes came to the house, and we all, it's this joke. The mosquito mother asked the son, so you're trying, you're on a tryout on your flying. How did it go? And the little mosquito said, must be really well, because all the way everybody's clapping. That's a joke. It's just in a short time they killed 10. Did you kill any? Oh, I let them go. You let them go to my room? It's fine as long as you chant the deliverance mantra. You let go the mosquitoes. Where? Outside. Outside the door. Outside the door. And then they would fly back in. I heard that just one person would kill at least 10 mosquitoes at my home. Just imagine how many mosquitoes at my home. That's the fourth thing I'm scared of. Seattle is so nice. We don't have to put on mosquito net or mosquito repellent. Anybody in Seattle that use mosquito repellent and mosquito net? Are you bitten or stung by mosquitoes? No. So there are no mosquitoes in Seattle. Really? No mosquitoes at my home here? Even when I open my doors? No mosquitoes flying in. But Taiwan. And they even got on the elevators. We need to chant the deliverance mantra. Deliverance mantra. Yangqi. I will kill them all in the future. So you harm me so that I was stung by the mosquitoes. You let them go. Amitabha. Now we will talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra. The Bodhisattva praised Sakyamuni Buddha. We were the great healer who delivers the aged, sick, and dead. Homage to the Dharma ocean with boundless virtues. Sakyamuni Buddha is the great healer king. What kind of illnesses does he heal? Living in this world, we have many sufferings. That's why in the past, before Sakyamuni Buddha spoke on Dharma, the first statement he always said, human life is suffering. Suffering of being old, we all know. Being old are together with being sick. Young people don't know the suffering of illnesses. It would exhaust your life. Young people, in the past, only old people got strokes, but nowadays young people got strokes too, or heart attack, or brain hemorrhage, or blockages in the brain or in the heart. That's called strokes. Delivers the aged, the sick, and the dead. Because human life is suffering. When you're born, and before this medical science was not advanced, so many people died at birth. So even birth is suffering. Some newborns are handicapped. So for a woman, giving birth to a baby is also risky, especially in the past when medical science is not so advanced. And aging is also suffering. When you're sick, it's also suffering. When you have tubes on you, like when you have nutrients to the stomach directly or to the intestines, those are all suffering, all kinds of illnesses. There's still no medicine for cancers nowadays. They just use chemotherapy. So cancer is also the biggest illness mara. So aging is suffering, sick is suffering, and when you die, that's also suffering. At the moment of dying, in Tantric Buddhism we know that you have to go through the suffering of the four dissipation of the earth, water, fire, and wind. When one by one they dissipate, that's also suffering. That's the suffering of dying. So Sakyamuni Buddha is helping or delivering all kinds of sufferings of sentient beings. So he's like a great healer king, like a doctor. With 84,000 illnesses, he provides 84,000 dharma to remedy them. So we praise Sakyamuni Buddha as the great healer king. Homage to the Dharma ocean with boundless virtues. Buddha Dharma is like the ocean. 84,000 Dharma is just like the ocean. We call it Dharma ocean. Ocean of Dharma. But the wisdom of the Buddha is not just like the ocean, it's like the whole cosmic space. What do we say, Buddha Dharma? Everything is Buddha Dharma. Everything is Buddha Dharma. We can also say that Buddha Dharma is like the cosmic space. Everything is Buddha Dharma. Don't think that earning money is Buddha Dharma. How can making a living is Buddha Dharma? Of course it is. How you spend your money is also Buddha Dharma. It doesn't matter how much you make, that's Buddha Dharma. That's a wealth earned properly, wealth earned through windfalls, and Dharma wealth. And also boundless equanimity. So joy, loving kindness, compassion, and equanimity, they're all wealth. So boundless giving is giving wealth, Dharma. And name is also Buddha Dharma. Fame is also Buddha Dharma. Looks also Buddha Dharma. And Tantric Buddhism especially, in Sutric Buddhism, they block wealth, fame, and looks or sex. So in the Sutric Buddhism, you go into retreat deep in the mountains. You don't need or use money, but you still need people give you food. That's why the ordained monastics are referred to begging for Buddha Dharma above and begging for food and clothes below, because you need people to give you food and clothes. So they're beggar, and they beg for Buddha Dharma up above, and down below you beg for food and clothes. And altogether they are called bhiksu, bhikshuni. If you only beg for food and clothes but you don't beg for Buddha Dharma, then you're not called bhikshus or bhikshunis, and instead you're called beggars. So if you are ordained but you don't beg for Buddha Dharma to cultivate spiritually, then you're just a beggar. You're not a bhiksu nor a bhikshuni. You're just a beggar who are lazy and just eat and sleep, just eat and not work. Then you will definitely fall into the three lower realms. So you only call bhikshus and bhikshunis if you beg for Buddha Dharma above. That's why we should pay homage to the Dharma ocean with boundless virtues. So you need to study Buddha Dharma in order to have boundless virtues and merits. And Sakyamuni Buddha has boundless virtues and merits because he has Buddha Dharma like the cosmic space, 84,000 Dharma gates to remedy the 84,000 illnesses of sentient beings. That's the rationale here. So monastic people is not become ordained for food and clothes. Of course, those are important, but Buddha Dharma is more important. In Tantric Buddhism, everything is Buddha Dharma. In the Sutric Buddhism, they don't touch money, and they don't touch sexual pleasures, and they don't touch name and fame. So ordained people, is an ordained people that become a president after an ordained person that enter into the political arena can also deliver sentient beings. In Tantric Buddhism, that is allowed. We have well deity practices, which is related to money, right? And the dual body practice is related to sex. And the ordained people, after they are famous and they walk into the political arena, they can deliver sentient beings even more. Like the Emperor Liang, Emperor Wu of the Liang dynasty. Xiao Heng, he was a monk too. He was like this. This Emperor Wu was born. There was a tradition then to catch. What is that in China? So when the baby was born, you place a lot of items for the babies to grab, and then you would know what he would do in the future. And the Emperor Wu grabbed 3 things. The first one was a book. So he was talented in literacy, in literary, would read lots of books, and then he also grabbed a sword. So he grabbed a sword. So he had literary as well as martial arts. So he had, and he had been in the military too. He was once a general too in the borders, and he understood the classics too. And then he also grabbed chanting beads, so he became a monk too. When he was an emperor, when he was displeased, he went to the Tongtai temple next door and became ordained and became a monk. And then his ministers would drag him back to become an emperor. And then afterward, when he was not happy, he became a monk again at the temple. And that was just like next door with the wall separating them. 4 times he became a monk and then became an emperor again. So when he was a baby, he grabbed a book, a sword, and chanting beads. So he became a monk and a general and a scholar, Confucian scholar. He was one of the 8 friends of classics, which is a very knowledgeable 8 very knowledgeable scholars, I suppose. So Buddha Dharma encompasses everything. So there was an emperor who became a monk, and there was also a monk that became an emperor. And the Emperor Wu of Liang was one of them. So Sakyamuni Buddha's merit is boundless.
他什么都是佛法。
Everything is Buddha
当
Dharma.
然，显教是不碰，他不碰的。
Of course, in Sutric Buddhism, they don't touch money, wealth, they don't touch sensual pleasures or looks of fame and name. But in Tantric Buddhism, you can deliver sentient beings with wealth, fame, and looks. That's why the whole cosmic space is Dharma ocean. And boundless, infinite merits and virtues. Unmoved by praise or scorn like Mount Meru. Sakyamuni Buddha. To Sakyamuni Buddha, there is no praise nor scorn. He is unmoved by the 8 winds, and praise and scorn are just 2 of the 8 winds. How come he is unmoved? Because he has attained the fruition of unborn endurance. So he's unmoved. When you reach the fruition of unborn endurance, then you're unmoved. That's the 8th ground of bodhisattvahood. Only when you reach the immovable ground of bodhisattvahood that you will not abandon your spiritual cultivation. Otherwise, you may, especially mundane beings. If Grandmaster gives spiritual consultation accurate 100 times, and only 1 time it's not accurate, then they abandon their faith. I believe in Buddha Dharma, so the Buddha should protect me. And if the Buddha doesn't protect me, then they abandon their faith. How could they protect you if your faith is not enough? If someone slanders you, then you abandon spiritual cultivation. Or if someone praises you, then you become arrogant and proud. Then that's the same as abandoning spiritual cultivation. You should be unmoved. Doesn't matter whether you're slandered or you give you a beautiful name of fame, you're unmoved. Like Mount Meru. Mount Meru is unmoved. But nowadays, it's very rare to have anything unmoved. The whole earth can move. In the earthquake, we call a house or property immovable wealth in Chinese. But how can it be immovable? Look at Turkey. Everything is moved during the earthquake. 100 years ago in Seattle, we also had a major earthquake. So everything can move. So this is a metaphor, unmoved like Mount Meru. Sakyamuni Buddha was unmoved by any slanders, scorns, or praises. He's at the immovable ground, like Mount Meru. He will not move. He will never abandon spiritual cultivation or the way. So as spiritual cultivators, we should be the same. We should learn to be the immovable ground, the 8th ground. Whether it's slanders or praises, you're always unmoved. You will never regress, never regress. You equally love the virtuous and the unvirtuous. This is the immeasurable loving kindness of the four immeasurables. We equally love the virtuous and the unvirtuous. As a human being, we differentiate, we discriminate. That's the good one, that's the bad one. And this one is very jealous or envious, or this one is malicious and evil, or that one is unkind or a vice. But here, this is equality. Equally love the good and the bad. Sakyamuni Buddha, in his deliverance of sentient beings, uses equality. Whether you're good or bad, he delivers them all. He delivers them all. That's why I said, even the bad people have good hearts. I have told this story. A group of bandits were about to rob a village. When, as they entered the village, there's a well, and a kid was crawling next to the well, about to fall into the well. And the bandit said, "Wait, let me save this baby, and then we continue robbing." So the child was crawling and playing next to the well. It's about to can fall into the well really easily. So the bandit has the kindness in his heart too. But this is dangerous for the kid. So he saved the kid first, placed it on the side before he went on to rob the village. So he generated a good thought too. Like the gangster in Japan, Zankochu. And in the Kobe, Osaka great earthquake, the first one who came out and provide relief was this gangster group. The first one who came to the relief was the gangster or mafia group, Sankochu. So they're not all bad, they also have some good thoughts. So Sakyamuni Buddha equally loved the good and the bad. In his deliverance of sentient beings, he never said that, "Oh, these are good people I want to deliver, and those are bad people I don't want to deliver." No, he delivered them all, gave them happiness to all. So he equally give compassion to deliver. The same with Grandmaster now. So in Taiwan, I have said it, and also in America. One, I never sue anyone. Because only when you have hatred, you would sue someone else. If you have no hatred, how can you sue somebody else? But as spiritual cultivators, how can we hate someone? That's not allowed. Because we're spiritual cultivators, we should not hate someone. So we should not sue someone. Because when you sue someone, they would suffer, and you will suffer too. Because filing a lawsuit in America sometimes lasts 5, 10, 20 years. And the judge, anytime, "Well, not today. I don't feel well today. Let's wait and some other time. And then 1 year passed, and few years passed. And for suing, you put forth so many things. You try everything. So lawsuits are no good. The one being sued suffered, this person suing suffered. That's why I vowed to never sue anybody. A master told me, Grandmaster, you're wrong. You don't sue anybody. What if other people sue you instead? Well, then go ahead. What can I do? I will not sue other people. Because filing a lawsuit, you're giving others sufferings. And that's also because you have anger and hatred that you want to sue others. Only because you have that. But Sakyamuni Buddha equally loved the good and the bad. And the next one, the mind and conduct of equality like the cosmic space. What we talked about was equality. Sakyamuni Buddha used the mind of equality to deliver sentient beings. His mind is like the sky, like the cosmic space that encompasses everything, everyone. Doesn't matter what kind of person you are. That is with the mind and conduct of equality like the cosmic space. Who could hear the jewel of beings without offering respect? So Sakyamuni Buddha is Buddha jewel, and also Dharma jewel, and also Sangha jewel. He's a Buddha, so he's Buddha jewel, and he's also Dharma jewel and Sangha jewel. Everyone must respect, and you respect all people. Sentient beings think that they are sentient beings. Actually, they are not. Sentient beings, the mind and the Buddhas are no different. The mind, the Buddhas and the sentient beings are the same. They are all equal. The mind, the Buddhas and sentient beings are equal because sentient beings all have Buddha nature. They are all equal. So we should respect them. With the mind and conduct of equality lies the cosmic space. Who could hear the jewel of beings without offering respect? You need to respect everyone. You respect others, and others respect you. You respect every person. Doesn't matter what they are, whether they're good or bad. You give them happiness. And you uproot their suffering, deliver sentient beings, and you do them with joy. And natural, and then equally equanimous toward them. Joy, loving kindness, compassion, and equanimity. Loving kindness is to give happiness to others. Compassion is to alleviate suffering, and joy to do them with joy. And equanimity, you treat all sentient beings equally. No discrimination. No such things that you only help the good ones and not the evil ones. You want to deliver both of them. We have spoken for so long today. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.